Hello, this is Clopbot321 and this is PHP with MySQL tutorial 09, and this one will be going over kind of uploading files along with saving information about the files and then later displaying it in a list. So first I have this page here, which is the upload index for where I plan to have the form. So I'm going to have my form, and I have to use enc type or encoding type for setting up so I can actually send files, and it needs to have multi-part /form-data. And then the action needs to be whatever file you're uploading to. If you plan to send the file to the same page, just use question mark, and then I'm using the method of post. So then I'm ending the form here, and I'm going to type in what file they want to put in. So choose your file to upload, and then I'm going to put in the special input type for a file, and that would be input name, and then I'm just going to say uploaded file for what I refer to it later on, and then I'm going to say the type equals plain file, so just file, and then I'm going to just end it there, and I'm going to put in a submission button, and I'm going to say type equals submit, and I'm going to say the value equals uploaded, so that's what the button will say. So the button will say upload file, and then I will close that and put in a break return so that it's on a different line, so that when I see the form it looks like this. And pardon the jerking around, that's just something that's going on with my recorder, and the flickering at the top is something else. I cannot fix it. At least not everything's flickering as much as it did before. So here is the main PHP file for processing the upload. I'm going to go ahead and see if the directory for the uploads exists. Honestly, you can just make the folder beforehand, but I'm just doing this because I've not, and it's, you might say, good practice if you're not sure what system you're running on. So I'm saying if the directory does not exist for uploads, meaning do we need to take the action to make the uploads directory, and then I'm just going to say mk for make and then dir for directory, so mk dir and then uploads. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and next I'm going to go ahead and start working with the files. So I'm pretty much making the script safe, by the way, by making this folder beforehand, and I just made it so that it's word wrapping so you can see everything. And so I'm going to take the time to see if the file is uploaded. So I'm going to make a variable called putItAt, and then that's pretty much where I'm going to put my new file at. So I'm going to say uploads, meaning that upload folder, and then I'm going to say that the name of the file is the base name, meaning just the name of the file itself, because the file uploaded name also contains some other information like where it came from and where it currently is. So I'm going to have that, and then right now I'm going to say if move uploaded file, meaning if it is successful at moving this uploaded file, I'm going to say the string path is the files and then uploaded file, and then I'm going to say the temporary path or temporary name as it is referred to. So I'm going to test for that, and if in the case that that we are able to move it successfully to where we want to put it at, we will go ahead and move on to the next page. We may echo something if we really want to, but why don't we just redirect them to the next page. So I'm going to say header and put in location, colon, and then the URL I want them to go to. So I'm going to say listfiles.php because that's the next file I'm working with. So I'm going to redirect them to that, but I'm also going to test for something for reasons of well, the server is unable to move it, but we should still be able to read it if we've been able to write it there originally. So I'm going to take the time to try to copy it. So I'm going to say, instead of moving it, try copying, and then I'm going to say copy, because that's actually the name of the function, nothing special about it, and pretty much has the same input values in the same order as move uploaded file. So I'm going to say, yes, we have copied, or successfully copied. So now I'm going to move and redirect them to the list files.php, and if they have failed at both moving uploaded file and copy, we have totally failed. This usually will happen in a permission problem with the folder that we are moving to, which should not happen since we just made it, or the file does not exist. So you just totally failed. And I'm going to put in here a link to the index so they can try uploading once more. So I'm going to say index.php and close and type in here and then close the anchor tag. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, but we can also right here, for security reasons, we do not want to have them uploading a PHP file, because say they might compromise the server through the upload file form by uploading some sort of web terminal or some sort of thing that would be able to run under the server's account and possibly do a rootkit or do something else to it that would be viral or otherwise compromising. So I'm going to simply just replace PHP with TXT. I mean, this is not guarantee everything is solved, but it should handle most things. So I'm going to say PHP here. I'm going to go ahead, and I just remembered that we need to make a function to save the information actually in the database, since we are doing a MySQL tutorial here. And I could put in some variables like put it at, but I could also make use of the global ability inside of a function. So I'm going to take that out and then start the function like a normal thing and type in global. And I'm not sure if this is required or not for the global variables. I think they're global anyway, for the $underscore type of variables. However, I just kind of do that for to remind me what I'm planning to use. It doesn't really slow down the script at all, if I recall correctly, or as far as I know. So I'm going to go ahead and make a field inside my form where they can make their own title for whatever file they're uploading. So I'm going to say what you like to call it. And now I have a form section for that. And I'm going to go ahead here and also I'm going to open up a previous thing with the last tutorial and get the information on how to connect to the database. So, and I'm not really working with sessions too much here, so that isn't a problem. And the login part needs to be replaced with upload, as that's what I've named this section of the database. So now I need to make a table to hold this information. I'm going to call it the files. So how many fields? Well, I've already made a list here of time, file location, IP, and the title. So I'm going to put in 5. So now I can put in the names and all that sort of stuff, and then set the settings for each one. The ID, as previously mentioned in other tutorials, I usually make it auto increment, which is at the very end of the table, or, well, the properties list. And I also make it a primary table thing. And for the IP, it's 3 characters 4 times, and then there's 3 dots in there somewhere. So that's like 3 times 5, which is 15. And I'm making this a var character for because I know what it will be at max, and I do not need to make any overhead with the form. So I set the auto increment, I changed the index to primary,